now that the toxicology or the autopsy has been read out and it comes out unassertive, were you surprised? Number one, I want you to answer the follow-up question.
To be honest, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
But do you think the Baba will be surprised?
But this is my personal opinion. I'm sure, not thinking, it's not surprised about the result.
That's funny. Because if the
it's not surprised, or it shouldn't be surprised.
But my question now is this: if there was loss of blood, or Mohbad was said to have bled profusely, and they claimed that the injection led to an anaphylactic reaction, even if they can't find the injection in his body, the post-mortem, the toxicology should be able to at least tell us
what caused the bleeding,
and even the death, because they should be able to tell us, even if the injection did not cause the death, but they should be seeing the traces of, okay, there was a reaction of anaphylactic reaction, and that means that never existed.
Exactly what I just want to say. That anaphylactic reaction never existed. It never happened. How, or what do I mean?
Because they said they even confirmed that Mohbad is not even a drug addict. No drug was found in the body or anything.
And aside from that, we all heard from the inquest today when the driver that took them to the, to the show and brought them back home, said, and I quote, that when they came back home, after there was a quarrel at the show and Mohbad was trying to, punch Prime Boy, but Prime Boy did not reply. And that was when he hit his hand on the glass. That was one. And police came to separate them. Prime Boy went away, and that was it. Now, when they got home, this guy said he parked his car, as in the whatever car he took them to the show. He parked it at the gate that nobody could come in or out since 2 a.m. or before then. And it was around 2 a.m. that some of them came to him that the aunt that Mohbad had injury, they want to go and get medication, that he needs to take them. And he said to them he can't take them with the car because while they were coming on the bridge, the fuel in the car indicates low level, so he can't take that. And they went with Mohbad's car and they came back. Immediately they came back, he blocked the entrance again, that nobody comes in and nobody goes out. One, we had Darusha says when they returned from the show, he left them. They went to his house. This guy said nobody leaves. Spendy said he left. This guy said nobody leaves. Even Lifestyle said, I think he also said he left at a point in time, and this guy said not until past 12 to 1 in the morning that they asked him to go and do his whatever somewhere else, and that was when he left. On Tuesday, 9 o'clock, he had a call, and the person that called him said, you better go and report yourself in the police station. The guy you took to show in Ikorodu was reportedly dead. 9 a.m. on the 12th.
That is now a serious cause for concern, because at the end of the day, my question now is this.
Hold on.
Okay. Before you go there. If this same driver was interviewed by the police then, and he gave that account of 9 a.m., and again, the nurse told the same police, because
2 p.m.
2 a.m. So at the end of the day, why are the police, you know what?
Detaining the nurse.
We need a serious protest in Abuja.
Why would the police detain the nurse? For what? When someone said he got a call that the guy died, was reportedly dead, 9 a.m. on Tuesday morning. And nurse said she came in 2 p.m. to treat Mohbad.
Adra said anybody that claimed to see Mohbad anything
on Monday after 12
noon
is a lie. So what are we talking about? So this issue has nothing to do with the nurse. Okay, now if they went around 2 a.m. to go and get some medication for Mohbad because they said the injury he had. And this guy also said, while they were coming on the bridge, that the wife locked Mohbad on the neck with his clothes, dragging him seriously. And when they even get
to him, somebody bleeding profusely. That is somebody who is bleeding profusely.
Now, and the driver now said when they get home, he now told the wife that do not fight him when you get inside, because the guy said he slept in his car outside in the compound.
No, so you're not analyzing
what was going on.
You are missing something. Somebody who they claimed had sustained injury
and was bleeding profusely.
That is the person the wife
still held him.
Fighting again.
Someone still held him. You know, the issue is this. The issue is this. If police, we know they've not done any investigation before writing their jeopardantis, whatever, as in those who investigated initially. Now, at the moment, I think and I believe police should come in and arrest now all those that were in the house, all those that returned to that house with them, even including the driver, for them to be interviewed. They need not invite, they need to arrest all of them, and whoever needs bail will get the bail.
You know, basically,
because what they said, what they wrote as their statement is contrary to what the driver said completely today. They were all claiming they were not there. They left, and the driver said nobody left. He made sure nobody leaves the house because he parked and blocked the entrance and nobody could come in or go out. And they were all there till past 12 when he left on Monday. And that was that past 12 that Adura said if anyone claimed to see Mohbad anything after 12 on Monday, it's a lie. So I think the game just started now. What they were thinking initially, and I've said this a couple of times, I have researched this result that was read, you know, and I said they will say it's inconclusive or uncertain, and at the end of the day, Baba will say, well, I accept my fate, I leave them to God, and that will be it.
And that would have been the way it's meant for a package, yeah.
That was their plan. That's exactly what I'm saying. That was their plan. But as God will have it,
the real thing that was meant to be done is, which is what I am happy that the public has been able to make the police to do, is to return back to the investigation.
They have to.
Because initially, what the police were trying to make us understand is they have concluded their investigation and the judge asked them to duplicate their file with the DPP. And that is the advice they got so far. So now that a new lead, the beautiful thing about this case is this, and that is a law. In the light of a new lead, the police are constitutionally bound to go into the case again because murder cases, homicide, does not have statute of limitation.
At all.
And because of that, a 3 seconds video and a confession came, not from a cloned account, not from somebody who was not in the house. It is coming from the two parties, Adura and Damola, that were physically in the house.
Present.
Were together, took Mohbad's body that is now being declared BID.
Sorry, someone is asking a question on the comment section. The person was asking that the driver asked the picture of the broken glass. That question was not asked, and he did not answer that, so we don't know.
I think they presented it during the police preliminary report then. They presented the broken glass. Now, even let's assume there is a broken glass now. And let's accept there is a broken glass. But the narration of the driver shows clearly he is not bought and he has not been coerced to lie.
Yes.
So now, with that narration, there is no way the driver, if truly the nurse came in that time, that means he didn't miss the driver.
He did not. The driver said, even as before then, Mr. Rami, the driver has never mentioned anything bleeding profusely because he was there. If he saw that the hand was bleeding, the car everywhere would be flooded with blood. That did not happen because the driver never mentioned anything previously.
So basically,
He only said wound.
Basically, are you with me? The police
Yeah.
are likely correct that there was bleeding profusely as a result of hemorrhage. Maybe the push of the Mohbad hitting the head to the floor. Everybody
From
knows.
the shaft.
Benny.
Jenny.
I get what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
that could have led to the bleeding profusely, and they choose because don't forget, it said they wanted to go to the clinic, to the pharmacy, instead of them rushing Mohbad to the pharmacy,
To the hospital, even to the hospital.
to the hospital rather. They were the ones going out. They wanted to patch it.
And Mr. Yomi, in the morning, around 9, no, the driver said he woke up around 9 o'clock. He was banging the gate. No one comes out. But around 11 a.m. in the morning on Monday, Wumi came out and saw him and said, "Ah, you are still here?" And he said, "Yes, I'm still here because of the broken glass." He said, "Okay, that will be sorted. I will go in and tell my husband." And he asked Wumi, "How is Mohbad with his wound hand yesterday?" And he said, "Don't worry, he will be fine." And he said, "Why don't you take him to hospital?" He said, "Don't worry, he will be fine." That was the
reason why he asked, was because they came to meet him in the middle of the night. That
they want to get medication.
And that's why he felt maybe the hand.
He was asking them exactly.
Now, this is it. We cannot be talking about this on social media alone. The CTC of this driver and the CTC of the doctor, which of course are very vital, we need to be shared immediately with Panti police officers with a strong. That is where we should be adding it with a strong petition or additional petition. This is another new evidence that you need, Panti police officers. Do you understand? Because if we don't, they might not have.
But the CTC from last year, year's corona inquest has not even out. Has not been out. CTC from last year, as the first CTC, when the first lawyer of Baba Mohbad, before they now hired the the Nyoshoru.
Okay.
The first lawyer, the corona inquest, the CTC we have was when that man was still there. When he was sacked, other ones have not been out.
Okay. Are you aware that this Mohbad case is already in court and they start the court matter?
Yeah, it's in court already because 2 people have been charged.
Their charges are already out.
Yeah.
Are you aware?
Are they out? No.
The charges are out, so and the trial starts on the 30th of April. Mr. Nemo.
What?
Mr. Nemo, which is negligence.
I said it. I
understand that the trial, even if they want to find justice for Mohbad, is it not meant to be a proper case where everybody will be aware that Mohbad's trial starts? But whatever the case may be, it's still very good that the case is in court now.
Wow.
This even to connect now that the police are now investigating this new lead, we are at a stage now. It's either, which I want to believe that the police will do, they will bring out the full video. And don't let anybody deceive you. The 3 seconds video sent to me, the extension of that 3 seconds is not being seen by anybody. The one with BT Laye that is sent to Baba and the lawyer is another new evidence. You understand?
Yeah.
Normally on a good day,
because there are two different video we're talking about now.
Exactly.
The two are evidences. They are jamming.
And as it is now, if they can't present it at the corona inquest, it is important for whoever has it to share it with the police to add to what they will use in bringing Wumi in and use it to write charges while they are waiting for the one, which I know by now. Mute, expander, because you're different.
Okay.
Which I know by now, whatever the case may be, the police will be working assiduously to get the extension of that video. It's a two-way thing. It's either they get the extension, which they can always get by asking the police officer Tiogbe case in Damola, the one that is in charge of Damola's case, to duplicate what he has in the phone, or they want to go by the testimony and the additional statement by Damola that he deliberately deleted homicide evidence. And that is where we are now. There is nothing that can be done to either of that two. So if Damola wants to take the fall, good. Especially when we can now confirm that it was a dead body they were parading as a case of emergency at Kuramed and Perez. Enough evidence and witnesses. And police have got enough witnesses that they can use against whether Damola, whether it's Adura in court, that it was a dead body that you were parading. Who made you to be parading dead body? Because the doctor said and the driver said this was the time he heard about Mohbad's death. So there was no treatment from any nurse. And then you spend
and there was another allege that there was a fight in the house, that the railings were broken. That the railings were broken, and a minor was even injured from the broken railings.
Which minor?
Mohbad, Wumi's sister, her son.
Wumi's sister.
Yeah, what is it called?
Shekari. Yeah. TikTok.
Ó mú ọmọ yẹn jáde, máàkì yẹn wà nǹkan ọmọ yẹn, ó ní railings yẹn, ibi tó ara ibi tó ti fàya ló ya ọmọ òun níkùn. She showed it. Tó fi ń pe àbúrò ẹ̀ pé wá sọ kí ló fàjà níjọ́ nígbà tẹ́ dé láti pàtí, kí ló fàjà nulẹ̀, kí ló kan railings.
Okay, it's all right.
So there are evidences everywhere.
Sorry, Expanda, hold on. Let me bring in Balo. Let's hear from Balo. Balo, are you there? Balo. All right. Top wall. Oplawa, are you there? Oplawa, are you there? Oribiti. Okay, God's first. Okay, T-Baby, are you there? T-Baby. T-Baby, are you there?
If none of them are there, let's drop them there so that other people will be able to come in.
God first, are you there? God's time.
Yeah, Mr. Yomi, I'm here.
All right.
My own is just a quick one.
Right.
If I were to say, maybe when you get to those party people or anything, maybe you should allow them to invite all the whole people that is inside house that very day. Because it's now obvious that every one of them is inside there, according to the driver today. Because some people was even telling, like Spenny saying he wasn't there, Lifestyle say he wasn't there, Dayosha say he wasn't there, according to their own story in the past inquest. So if I were to say, and the driver said that everybody was there, according to the driver's statement or CTC today, he said that everybody was there. So if I were to say, if you have your way to tell those people that to invite everybody that went to the show and came back with Mohbad, they should invite them or they should rearrest them so that they will be able to say exactly what happened to the guy. Because with the evidence of today, it means that all of them have compromised.
Yes,
because they are saying, because they are saying different stories. They are saying different stories.
That is why they don't want the CCTV or the video evidence that will say one single story that will tell us the truth.
Exactly. That is why, because each and every one of them in that house, believe me, I am 100% convinced that they knows what happened to that boy, what happened to Mohbad. They knows. Every one of them that follow them to that show and follow them to come back, they knows what happened to the guy. So basically, they should invite every one of them. Since they
no, there is no two ways now. They've told us what happened. Through Adura's TikTok account, we have been told what happened. And there is no way Adura said that was not happened to Mohbad. There was no way. Even all the police stations we have gone to, he has never said that is not what happened. He is only saying he is not the one that wrote it. So he was not saying, no, that's not what happened. No. He's just telling he's not the one that wrote it and following the normal, stating the lies that is being spread about. Oh, it was injected because at the